In today's video, we're breaking down what patch 0.16.8 actually means for you. This is more than an update, it's a statement about where the game is heading. Alright, let's get to the biggest change, the one that's rewriting the rulebook for this wipe. The flea market is disabled. For years, the flea has been the heart of Tarkov's economy, the way that you made money. Finished quests and got your hands on gear. Now it's gone. This means every single item you need has to be found in raid, bartered for, or bought from traders and their very limited stock. AI behaviour is getting cranked up a notch. So the experience and skill gain, availability of weapons, equipment, loot and flea market and other changes aimed at creating a unique and challenging game experience. There will be several planned stages of progression with additional changes. Just a note, the PvE mode will not be affected by this hardcore wipe change. So there's new prestige levels. Added 2 new prestige levels with exclusive rewards. New PMC character voices, outfits, a new mannequin, posters for the hideout, target styles and shooting range, hideout customization options, and new dog tag styles. So after earning prestige 3 and 4, skills and weapon mastery will have their progression saved by 15% for prestige 3 and 20% for prestige 4. Weapons, helmets, armor and attachments will become available for prestige item transfer. Big update in the PvE mode, which is something we have been mentioning, is the readjusted PMC bot spawn system. AI PMCs will no longer spawn immediately at points of interest. Instead, we'll have remote spawns, making them travel to loot points of interest and compete with the player. This makes the game mode feel more alive, watching AI PMCs actually rotate and travel around the map. PMC bots will try to avoid boss areas, but may still engage in a fight with them. Quality of life adjustments added the stash auto scroll function when click dragging an item. Added a storage stacking limit for containers. This is necessary to avoid situations where players would get stuck on the profile loading screen due to the excessive amount of items in the stash. So this change will affect mostly PvE players who have stacked 7 or more items inside each other. For example, backpacks, all items that exceed the limit will be deleted. So moving on to the combat shakeup. So let's talk about what actually happens when you're in raid. First off, bosses now have a 100% spawn rate. That's right, every single raid will have a boss, which means the threat level is permanently cranked up to the max. So your hideout is now in hard mode. Your hideout, which for many was a passive way to make money and craft, and now is a core part of the grind. Patch notes confirm that the item requirements for hideout upgrades have seriously been increased. Where you once needed 1 of something, you might now need 10. So the grand plan and connecting this to 1.0 release. So why is Battlestate doing all this? Why make the game so punishing right now? The consensus is that this hardcore wipe is the final large-scale test before the 1.0 release, which is anticipated for later in 2025. In my opinion, I think 1.0 will be dropping around December time, but while there is no official date that has been announced, the developers have mentioned that they have set one internally and getting ready for a public announcement. Every change in this patch seems designed to gather data. By disabling the flea market and making loot scarce, PSG is stress testing the absolute core survival loop of the game. They're watching to see how we adapt, what new strategies pop up, and if this more punishing version of Tarkov is what the game should be for its full release. This isn't just a wipe, it's a massive experiment. The upcoming 1.0 release promises a full storyline and new factions, and these hardcore mechanics might become a permanent part of that vision. Maybe an optional game mode. So my take, these are brutal, but probably necessary. For years, players have optimised the fun out of Tarkov, essentially solving the economy within weeks of wipe. This hardcore reset forces everyone, and I mean everyone, back to square one, making every raid feel dangerous and meaningful again. It's a return to the game's identity as an unforgiving survival shooter. But that's just what I think. Which of these hardcore changes are you most excited or worried about? Is getting rid of the flea market a welcome challenge or a step too far? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. And if you want to stay up to date on all things Tarkov as we get closer to 1.0 release, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This has been XP, take it easy.